are joined by Earthquake Sporting Director and Head Coach Bruce Arena. We'll start with questions from the Zoom, and then if there are any questions in the live room, we'll go there. First question comes from Brian Gingrich, Santa Cruz Voice. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Bruce, it seemed like you guys had the better of the first half. What changed after halftime, especially when you had the man advantage in the second half?
You didn't think it was the same thing, wasn't it? That game should have we should have scored 2 or 3 goals in the game. We have no excuses. We played well enough in both halves to win the game.
Ready to follow up?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to Eric Paleocotes. Thanks, Eric.
Bruce, since the break, you're officially at 5 losses and 1 draw. As you've mentioned in past games before with a similar result, there's been many chances that you guys have had, but the execution just doesn't seem to be there when it needs to be. Since returning from the break, what have you seen that's different in terms of the execution not being there? And is this a case of, once again, a team like LA figuring things out and doing what needs to be done to get the win?
I really don't know how to answer your question. If just looking at tonight, obviously there are some chances that we've got to execute on. There's no excuses at our end. We, easily could have scored 3 goals tonight. That game should have been over, and you get into the 70th minute, and LA should just be chasing the game. So, no excuses on our part. We just failed to execute. And give them credit. They played hard. Their goalkeeper made a couple of outstanding saves. But it's all on us. I would have been disappointed with the draw, to be honest with you. And to walk off with no points at all is obviously not very good on our part.
Thank you, Eric. Move on to Abram Heredia, Tectonic Takes. Go ahead, Abram.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, you're disappointed with the result. What happened, backstage? What did you tell the players after the match?
Basically what I've said here. That game should have been over. We failed to execute in the quality chances we created, and obviously we kept the Galaxy in the game, and give them credit for getting a goal.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the live room, Delmy?
Yeah, we do, from both of them.
Coach
Okay.
Alexander, is there maybe a reset at this point? Obviously, this is a game. Clearly, you guys were an advantage, even with players on the field. But do you think it's a mental thing at this point that the players remain sort of the same? Not much has changed roster-wise. Do you think there's some kind of maybe reset or a big change maybe in starting someone or sitting someone that could maybe gets this team kind of get back to where they were before?
Again, I don't know the answer to that. We made 8 changes tonight from our last game, and I thought most of those players played pretty well. I'm not, honestly, I'm not really disappointed in our play tonight, with the exception of the fact that obviously that game was there to win, and we failed to finish our chances. Not much more I can say. The effort was real good. Some good soccer, long sequences in the game, and we just blew it by not finishing these chances.
Does it also give you sort of on the positive side of things that you guys are still in running in the playoffs?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're still 4th place in the
Right.
conference, and all of that. But there's now there's 14 games left where we have to obviously play better than we have.
And what'd you see from Timo today, coming out in the second half?
He did fine. He helped create some chances. He had a lot of energy there. They obviously playing with 10 players in the second half. They dropped their whole team back and made it difficult for us to get in and around the penalty area with creating good chances. But despite that, we created enough where we got to finish some of them. I think Preston had a real good chance. We had that header the first half. Paul Marie's chance. Luca had a chance. Jasinski had a good one. Give their keeper credit. A foot save, and they played hard. Give them credit.
Got him.
Yeah, I just have one question. So when it comes to you played the Galaxy not too long ago, they've kind of mixed things up a little bit. They've brought in some pieces. They're not all here yet. How did anything stand out to you about today's game that was different from the recent game against the Galaxy in terms of how it handled?
No, not really. It's the same team we saw at Stanford, to be honest with you. We had a little bit more of the game today than we did in Stanford. We created more chances today than we did in Stanford. But having said that, they walked off the field with 3 points.
Okay, that does it for tonight's first
Thank
half
you.
of the postgame press conference. Thank you, Coach. We'll be joined by defender Dave Romney next. We have Earthquakes defender Dave Romney, who served as tonight's captain. We will start with a question from Paula Murray, 10:10 a.m.
Paola Maruri, 1010 San Francisco, California. What do you think about chances handled in this game, especially in this Cali Clásico? Thank you.
Yeah, we had a lot of chances throughout this game. I think we had 4 or 5 or 6 really big chances that we could have gone up 1-0, 2-0 and kind of put the game away being up a man. We just didn't capitalize. And then defensively, we just got to be better. We can't give them anything when we're up a man. So for us to even concede a chance like that and a goal is on us as a defensive unit. So it's pretty frustrating that we didn't get it done defensively. But I think everybody can look at themselves and think they could have played better tonight. And we had plenty of chances to put the game away early. So it's definitely frustrating to not capitalize on this and get 3 points tonight, especially. We honestly almost played better up a man, or I mean, when it was even numbers the first half. So I think we needed to have more urgency the second half, and we were a little bit too complacent, just thinking the game was going to come to us and we were going to get the win, just being up. But yeah.
What positives do you see in the team's performance that you can build on for Minnesota? Thank you.
I mean, we had a lot of good things we did this game. I thought we built out of the back really well. I think our attack midfield created a lot of chances in the first half when it was an even number, just 11v11. So I think the first half showed a lot of promise, and I think we played really well. It's just frustrating we didn't get a goal or 2 or 3 in the first half to kind of ice the game, especially when they got the red card. It's just unfortunate we weren't good enough in the 18s tonight, finishing our chances in their 18 and then defending in our 18.
Thank you, Paula. We'll move on to a question from Daniel Poulter from Poulter Talk Sports.
Hey, good sir. What's been the kind of vibe around the team during this stretch, and how was the post-game conversation?
I mean, people are obviously deflated. We're all extremely competitive guys and we want to win, so it's frustrating not to get a win in a while. But the group is very tight-knit, very close. Everyone's really close, so it's not like anyone's furious and pointing fingers, but we know collectively we need to be better as a whole. Nobody's been playing out of their minds right now, and it's on us as a group to just be better. But yeah, we need to turn around quickly because we're running out of chances. I mean, I think somebody said we're still in 4th, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but we hold ourselves to a high standard and we need to be better than this. It's just frustrating seeing how we're still in 4th, even though how bad we've been playing, just missing opportunities to be climbing further and further up the table.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. We'll move on to Devin Belay for Tectonic Takes.
What do you think might need to change in the games to come to find more successful results?
I don't know. Tonight was literally just chances. They had a chance in the end of the game and they finished it, and we had a couple that we didn't put away. Sometimes that's all that separates a game. That's the frustrating thing with soccer, and that's what makes it so exciting. We had plenty of chances. I think I looked on ESPN. Our big chances created said 7. So we had plenty of chances, and I trust the guys we have up top. They're going to do well. They've been playing well for us all year. So I know when they get those chances again, they're going to finish them. So just trying to stay positive. It's good. Max is a very talented young player. All the physical attributes, and he's good on the ball. So it's just honing out the mental side of the game. But he's shown a lot of progress in this past 18 months. He's going to be a really solid player.
Thanks. I'll move on to Brian Gingrich Santa Cruz voice. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Dave. Not to sit there and beat this down, but yeah, the results have kind of not been there since the returning from the break. But something that's kind of concerning me that I'm seeing a little bit lately, and you being one of the leaders, is that Preston Jebb was not able to play in the first Classico because of, honestly, for me, a silly descent yellow card. And he looked like he was about to get one again today. What do you have to say, not just to him, but to everybody, about keeping your cool and not getting silly bookings that will hurt the team long term in this, when you've got to start getting these results?
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to say. That's part of what makes Preston such a good forward, his passion. He's extremely aggressive. He gets very physical with center backs. He runs in behind well, and that passion is what gets him a lot of goals, and it's what gets him into trouble sometimes. So just as he matures and gets better, hopefully he can tune that out. I know playing for Galaxy, for him, he definitely wanted to play in that first Cali Classico, so he was pissed, obviously, that he got to miss the first one. So I know it's not like he's purposely doing that, but yeah, I know he was really pissed that he missed the first one. So just honing in on that. But yeah, you take the positive and negative, because a lot of that aggression and passion turns into a lot of goals for Preston. So kind of take it with a grain
Absolutely.
of salt.
I mean, I'm not saying he did it intentionally, but it was kind of like not the way you want to get that suspension. But
I mean,
yesterday we talked to Nico, and he said the one thing that you guys had to fix immediately was, keeping your guys in the game as long as you could, not conceding early. And you guys seem to manage that very well tonight. What do you have to put together with that, starting Saturday, to get back on the right side of the run?
I mean, it's as simple as just finishing the chances we're creating. I think we played really well in the first 25, 30 minutes of the game, and we created a lot of chances to go up 2-3-0. I think it's just obviously a completely different game. We go up 2-0 and they get it red. We're just playing possession, and it's a training exercise the whole second half, rather than us hoping and searching for a goal and committing more numbers forward and then, getting beat on the counter. But yeah, we have a young team, and it's just mentally learning all these mistakes and getting all these things out of the way and building back stronger. But yeah, it's obviously frustrating, but I think we have a lot of resolve, and young team has a lot of passion, so I think we're going to turn it around. But it's definitely got to get back to basics and just get back to what made this team special in the first 15 games of the season, which was work rate, effort, doing all the extra things right, and doing all the simple things, and kind of punching teams in the mouth on counterattacks, and just our effort. So just getting back to that.
Thanks, Brian. We'll move on to Eric Paleo-Coates.
Dave, with this streak that you guys have going on, you pretty much have hit the nail on the head and what adjustments need to be made. And I think what really stood out for you guys in the first half, and what really took the league by storm, is the fact that you guys would score early and often, and the execution would not only remain high, but the defense was there. And since returning from the break, it just kind of seemed like you guys are playing either even keel or maybe playing a little from behind sometimes based on the last few matchups. So what do you guys need to do to get back to those fast starts that put you guys ahead so early with such a dominant start?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing in all of athletics, just confidence. I think when things are going your way and everything seems to be working right, you're playing aggressive, you have tons of energy, and I don't know, you're on the front foot. And when things start to go south, you kind of maybe play a little bit more reserved, and that's not the style of play we need to be playing. But yeah, sometimes it's literally just a break here or there that doesn't go your way, and that can change a game. So yeah, I think tonight that was the case of just not capitalizing on our chances and not being good enough defensively to see the game out and at least get a tie and finish 0-0. So that's on us as a defensive unit. We shouldn't have conceded a goal.
Thank you, Eric. We'll move on to Abram, and then one question from Jim, and then we'll call it. Go ahead, Abram.
Hey, Dave. Obviously disappointing result tonight. Do you think there's any chance that there could be outside factors, such as, recent results not going your way or any outside noise that's kind of affecting your guys' play on the field?
Sorry, you cut out the first part. What was you said outside back?
No, sorry. No, like outside factors, like
Oh, okay.
such as results and outside noise or anything like that.
I don't know. I don't read or check anything, so I am completely in the dark on that. I don't know about other guys in the locker room, but I got too much stuff going on at home. I got 3 little girls under 3, so I'm pretty much just training and babysitting. So I'm not reading any outside noise.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
We know what we need to do. Our coaches are telling us what we need to do, so it's just focusing internally.
Thanks, Abram. And last question from Jim Alexander in the live room. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Dave, Jim Alexander here. I'm gonna go back to sort of this place, LA, for you. You obviously came up sort of early in your career with the Galaxy 2, then the
Yeah.
Galaxy. Does it still feel special coming here? Do you get some memories and
Yeah.
sort of feels when you step in the stadium?
For sure. I mean, driving in, we passed the Galaxy 2 field, and I was like, that was where I made my debut. And then here I made my debut here against Club America in a friendly, and got a lot of memories here, a lot of good memories, a lot of good teammates, a lot of fans were saying hi to me. There's a lot of fans who are loyal and stuff and saying hi, and so it always brings back memories. And then just growing up, kind of this being our team, and one of my best friend growing up, they had season tickets. They were at the game tonight. So yeah, obviously good memories, and I was fond of my time here, but obviously wanted to destroy them tonight.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, always everywhere I've been, I've loved. So no complaints and no animosity towards anywhere I've been. But very frustrated tonight that we didn't. It's an embarrassing loss, especially because we played so well, even numbers, and then we just didn't capitalize when we were up a man.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Dave. And thanks everyone for joining us for tonight's post-game press conference.
Thank you.